Welcome back in, my math party people. My name is Coach Anderson, and this is part 4 of our arithmetic reasoning practice test series. So, in this video, we're going to have 2 questions back to back. Let's go ahead and get started with the first one. First things first, read the question, not the entire problem, read the question sentence. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to go right over here, and it says, what will be the actual height and width of the office building when it is constructed? That right there is the question. So what we want, my party people, is the height and width. So h equals blank, and then width equals blank. That's what we're trying to figure out. We'll go ahead and sort through the information and see what we have to do. So now it's time to go through the information and make those connections. So right over here, an architect is designing a new office building. On her scale drawing, the building is 15 inches tall and 9 inches wide. Okay. So we know that in the scale, let's go ahead and highlight that. The building is 15 by 9 in terms of inches. So on the scale, we have the height being 15 inches, and then we have the width being 9 inches. Okay, getting somewhere. We have some related information. Then up next, it says the scale used for the drawing is 1 inch equals 20 feet. What does that mean? Well, what that means is when we're trying to go ahead and draw a map or a blueprint, or in this case, the design for a new building, obviously we cannot draw it on a real life size paper. That's going to be too much. So we're going to draw it a lot smaller, and we're going to indicate, hey, every inch in this case is 20 feet. That way, this shows you how to expand the project. So with that said, we know that right here, this is what we need. 1 inch equals 20 feet. So that means for every inch that we have right here, we multiply it by 20, and that's how we're gonna get the height. Same thing with the width right above my big old head. For every inch that we have, we will multiply by 20. That's the direction that we were given. So this is actually a pretty straightforward problem, right? So all we have to do is 15 multiplied by 20, which is the same as 15 times 2, 30, add another 0, and that'll be 300. And so immediately, so it's 300 feet, we're not doing any conversions here, because they tell you it's inches to feet. They already tell you what to do. So we have 300 feet for the height. Right here, my party people, is the only answer with 300 feet for the height. Let's take a look at that width. 9 multiplied by 20, that's going to be 180 feet. And we see that that is confirmed for us right there. So that's problem 1 of 2, everybody. How'd you feel about that one? Do you feel a little more confident actually going through it? So now we're going to get into question number 2. And as always, everybody, if you're looking to raise your score the right way, without all the test anxiety, without that feeling of having to read a question like this over and over and over again and still blank out, I've got your back. We've been running this program for over 5 years now. I've had thousands of students use it, and they've loved it. So go ahead, sign up for the All Access program with the link in the description or in my bio. That way you can raise your score and get the job that you want. And on top of that, you can text me if you have any questions at all. There's my phone number right there. Let me know what your name is, introduce yourself, and tell me that you're interested in the program, and I've got your back every step of the way. So with that, let's get into question number 2. So question number 2, let's hop in here. It says, hey, what is the price per orange? Okay, we want the price per orange. So with that said, everybody, to get the price per orange, pretty much what this means is we're trying to find the cost of 1 orange. That's very clearly stated there. So let's make sure we can do that the right way. Again, the price per orange is the price of 1 orange. A local grocery store is having a sale on oranges. They are selling 15 oranges for $5.25. So let's write that down. We have 15 oranges, and it's priced at $5.25. So if we want to figure out what the cost of 1 orange is, this is essentially what we call finding a unit rate. Finding the rate for 1 unit or per unit. So in this case, since we want the price per orange, we are going to take the final price that we have, the $5.25, divide it by the number of oranges, and that's gonna give us the price for one orange. So right over here, everybody, is what we're gonna do. It's gonna be $5.25 divided by 15 oranges, and that's how we'll get this done. Straightforward, because we'll have the price per orange. So here, let's go ahead and do some long division. So we'll have 15 going into 5.25. Let's put that decimal place right there where it is. And now let's have some fun. So here we go. 15 goes into 5. Well, it doesn't. So we'll just go ahead and start off by putting a 0 right here. Then up next, we have 15 going into 52. That's 3 times. 3 times 15 is 45. 4 would be 60. That's too much. So here we are going to have 3. 3 times 15 again is 45. We are left with 7 as the remainder. Drop that 5. And now we ask ourselves, how many times does 15 go into 75? Well, that's going to be exactly 5 times. 4 times 15 is 60. Add another 15, that's 75. 5 times 15. So we will put a 5 right there. Subtract the 75 because it's a clean division. And no remainder. And so therefore, everybody, the price per orange is going to be 35 cents per orange. And there we go, my math party people. That's why the correct answer here is going to be D. And there it is. So as always, everybody, I love helping people succeed. This is just a taste of all of the different topics that you're going to be expecting. We have one more video tomorrow for 5 out of 5 for our arithmetic reasoning practice test series. But as always, if you're looking to raise your score now and you don't want to risk that 6-month wait after your 3rd try, then reach out to me. I've got your back. The program link is in the description or in my bio. Look for that. And then my phone number is right there. Text me, introduce yourself, ask me about the full program, and I'll help you get that score and that job you deserve. As always, everybody, I'm Coach Anderson. Love helping you succeed, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. If you got to the end of this video and you're thinking, yeah, that made a lot of sense, Coach, but then when you try things on your own, it's not that simple and you tend to freak out and go through test anxiety again, well, that means that you need to join my full program. No student who's finished my program has failed the test. That's a fact. So go ahead, text me or check out the link in the description of this video. That way you can see how thousands of my students have raised their scores and get the job they wanted. With that said, my party people, sign up, show up, and let's ace the ASVAB. Cheers.